So now we are going to start with programming in C. तो सबसे पहले प्रोग्रामिंग क्या होती है? अब जो कंप्यूटर होता है उसे ना हमारे जैसी भाषा समझ नहीं आती. अब मैं जाऊंगी, हेलो कंप्यूटर, हाउ आर यू, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, आर यू गुड एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. You won't understand what I'm saying. So the device needs its own language to understand. Just like we understand English, computers, PCs, your mobile phones, all of them understand the language of computer, the digital language, the binary language. And this is why we create the languages of programming in order to communicate with computer, to communicate with our digital devices, to make them understand what do we need in essence. Now, when we are programming in C, there are steps in learning C. Just like in English, we learn the alphabets, ABCs, then we made words, then we made sentences, and then we made paragraphs, and we started communicating effectively in English. Same way, when we're learning C, we need to learn the alphabets, digits, special symbols. They're all seen as we see in our English. Now, we need to study the constants, variable, keywords, and then the certain instructions, and finally the programs. So right now, today, we are learning the very basics of C. It will be a little bit theoretical. We'll understand how things work, what are the basics, and then we'll further move on to making programs, forming them, how do we perform them, how do we actually get that outputs and all that stuff. Now, character set. As we said, the character sets are alphabets. Don't go on my spelling mistakes. Alphabets, digits, and or special characters. Yeah, special characters. Now, my alphabets include A to Z in capital, A to Z in small. My digits include 0 to 9. From these many words are formed, many digits are formed, 99 and all that. From these many words are formed, and special characters include exclamation mark, question mark, at the rate, underscore, and many other marks. So these are the character sets that actually form a wide variety of scripts. Then we have constants and variable. I'll go with the 1 degree and 2 degree further. But firstly, supposingly your mom said you need to buy potatoes. Mom, you are 4 brothers and sisters. And she says, I don't care how much potato you get, you just need to get potato. So you get 10 potatoes. And your sister gets 20 potatoes. And Harry gets 50 potatoes. And Ron gets 25 potatoes. So here's, potatoes remains the same, but the number of potato that all of you are bringing changes. This is the case in variables and constant. Variable differ, constants remain the same. This is the case here. So when I'm saying, and I'm giving this example, my potatoes are my constants, and my variables are my potatoes. Then my variables are the number of potatoes. Now, when we are going with constants, in this case, there are 2 types. 1 degree or primary includes int, character, char, and real. The 2 degrees include my arrays, my pointers, my structures, my unions. But this is something that we are going to do later on. But today we need to learn the basics. So int includes integers. It can start with plus or minus. Plus and minus indicating whether the integer is positive or negative. And if we do not add them, by default the system considers it positive. No decimal after the integer. And this becomes or integer values in a constant. Char includes alphabets, A, B, C, D, no special characters and anything, no numbers. Then we get our real numbers. Real numbers are with decimals, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It can be irrational, it can be rational numbers, it can be integers, and much more as well. Further, we go with the keywords. Keywords are certain reserved words which have their own function. So supposingly Bob created a language. Let's say Bob created language X, and he thinks when a person is using language X, he needs to do A, B, and C task. Everyone who will use this app will definitely need to use A, B, and C tasks. So he thought, why don't I create them by default? So Bob by default creates this app and by default adds these certain functions that are supposed to be performed. Now this is the part that keywords handles in C. There are a total of 32 keywords. It includes int, char, double, goto, if, and else. Now, the next thing we are supposed to do is our first C programming code.